All right, we good. So the challenge, I was issued a challenge from my man Christian Triumph underscore CV on YouTube that I met in the Make the Damn Video 30-day challenge. Go check his channel out. So he made a video the other day about a possible stimulus check, right? And what camera he should buy. And I commented that I had that same dilemma, except with the I was pursuing the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K. And I said in that video that I could not justify that purchase because I barely used the camera here, the Lumix G95 that I bought several years ago. So he issued a challenge about making videos with my G95, and I forgot what camera that he has. Forgive me. Forgot what camera that he said he was using. He's gonna use that camera more, challenging me to use my G95 more. So that is what the basis of this is. Now, on my G95 is the Zoom Mic Track M3, I think is what it's called. Let me double check right quick. Yeah, Zoom Mic Track M3. And so, I agreed to that challenge. Now, I hope this mic is connected, because if not, I'm going to be very upset. All right, so now, I don't know why this is acting up. But anyway, so let's just make sure we got all of that going. Now, what I am going to do in this video is I am going to not do too much editing as far as audio switching from scene to scene. I'm not going to I'm not going to do too much editing. I am going to let it flow the way it is. I might do multicam, but I don't know if I want to do multicam because I don't know. It might be just easier to just splice where I splice. I hope that's coming clear. Because when I recorded this video last night, the lighting was, it was blurry coming from the G95 right here. All right, so I don't remember what I talked about last night. Oh, yes, I do. So I talked about, the main thing I talked about based off of his video, and I will link it down below, or I will link it somewhere. But the basis of my video in reference to his is that, one second. Let me get a couple of tools here. Just get a couple of tools here that I can use in this video for a little bit of context, right? That's what I'm going to do. So So here is my shelf of stuff, right? So I have the Rode mic right here. I have DJI mic 2 right here. Mic mini that I just ordered that's still in a damn package. Um PodTrack P4. I've purchased two of these. I gave one away. And I don't know why I bought another one after I gave the other one away, because I bought the PodTrack P8 after I bought the PodTrack P8, gave the other P4 away. Then I got another P4 with the thought that I was going to do podcasting all over the place, which I don't know. This is my Zoom H4n Pro, which is the first audio device that I brought to do podcasting and stuff like that. Hooking this up to a computer to do as a audio interface, madness. Just complete madness. Here is my Comica wireless mic set. I don't know why I did that, but I should have just stayed on here. That I do not use, and I believe the audio on this is horrible. I don't remember. But so I have this Zion Crane gimbal, which is the first gimbal that I ever bought, and I don't even think I've ever really used it. Then I have Insta360 Flow and the Flow 2 Pro, which I do use the Flow 2 Pro. Now I'm not going to go in the other room because the auto track is going to disappear off of there, and I don't feel like readjusting that. I have the Tascam. What is this Tascam? That is the Tascam Mixcast 4 over there. I have a mic mini set up here with 3 monitors connected to it. I have, what else is over there? let me tell you. On that Mac Mini, I have about four or five portable hard drives hooked up to there through 2 docking stations, which is how I have my 3 monitor hookup with the Mac Mini. I have some stereo speakers. I have a mic's arm and a mic, headphones, and then this desk over here is an L desk with my NAS, laptop mounting stand, and a 27-inch monitor right there, keyboard, mouse, and all of that. Out there, I have a whole new setup because a friend of mine, her office was closing down, so I got me a motorized standing desk. That is a manual standing desk over here where my main stuff is. But I have a whole setup out there. Dual monitors. The PodTrack P8 is out there with a microphone, headphones, my little, I think it's a Sony or Canon, whatever, little handy cam. My teleprompter is out there. My Panasonic FZ300 is out there. My 2 sliders are out there. My DJI Spark is out there. My Mavic Air is out there. My Mini 2 is out there. My Air 2 is down here. I have countless hand grips, 2 floating hand grips. What else do I have over here? Just a lot of stuff. And in this closet, I have another light like this. And I have several other LED lights over there. Now here, my first action camera, I have the Hero Pro 9, the GoPro Hero Pro 9, which I really didn't really use that much. And then I have the the Osmo Mobile 4 right here, the Osmo Mobile 5 right here. On this phone right here is the 7P. I have the Action 5 Pro here, Insta360 X5. Now, I have a Mobile 6 that I gave away. I have my Action 4 that I lent away. And I had the Mobile 3 that I gave away. My point is, do not, as a beginning creator, don't do what I did. Okay? I went down the rabbit hole of buying stuff. And just buying stuff. And you want to know something funny? I actually bought the 7P twice. I don't remember why. But I bought it twice. Anyway. My point is, here's my iPhone 16 Pro Max. And yes, I did say that's the 17 Pro Max that's recording this way. My point to this is, it's always fun and exciting to buy gear if that's what you're into. If gear is your thing, I promise you, it is so much fun. But the problem is, if you're not motivated to create content, what is the point in buying all of this gear? And I say this with full transparency. Like, we watch all of these big creators who are showcasing gear, testing out gear, doing, open box reviews and showing you the features and the functions. And every time you turn around, every time a new piece of gear drops, they have it. But the thing about it is, a lot of them are sponsoring these items. Some of them do buy it out of pocket, as they say, so they can give, whatever review, or they say the video was sponsored by whoever, but their review is unbiased. But at the end of the day, they do what they do. That is what they do when they post their videos. And yes, it is providing value to us as their followers and as consumers of this gear. But the one thing that they always say is, a lot of them say, is that you don't need to buy the next hot thing that's out. And I think the disconnect between a lot of us and them is that it's easy for them to say that to us from where they are, but it's like us, we don't listen to them because we want to be like them. I'm not talking imposter syndrome, anything like that. What I'm saying is, we want to be like them with the newest gear. And I'm here to tell you, as a new creator, we don't need to be there. Grab your phone and use that. If you have tons of gear that you have purchased, let's just say from before today, if you have tons of gear that you purchased from before today, use that gear. Get the best benefit from that gear. Get your money's worth from that gear, because if you go down that rabbit hole, you will be just like me and have gear on a shelf that you just look past all the time, and then when the next one drops, you want that as well. Trust me, I want that Blackmagic Cinema Pro 4K bad. But this G95 works fine, and I barely use it. I even thought about getting the updated version of the G95, but again, I can't justify that purchase. And the only reason why I want to get that G95 is because the newer G95 is because I have not seen a software update, a firmware update for this G95 that I have now. What is also missing here is I had a Canon M50 that I sold to someone, and I use air quotes because I gave it to them with the intention of them paying me, but they didn't pay me. It's a good thing that I know this person. I've known this person for a very long time, so I don't look at it as a big loss. I look at it as, all right, I gave it to you with the loose expectation that you were going to pay me for it, and I was going to pay it. I was giving it dirt cheap, like $150. I had the kit lens with it, and a I can't remember the lens additional lens that I bought for it, and I think I had a one of those battery, the plugged cord that you plug it in. But again, my point is, you don't need to go down that rabbit hole of buying gear. Use what you have and get your money's worth out of that gear. If at some point you get to the point where you feel like you're ready to upgrade, then upgrade. But make it make sense financially, creatively, and otherwise. Because, again, you're going to have a shelf full of gear that you're just not using. Are you going to go back and use that gear later? Maybe, maybe not. I guarantee you, yesterday, when I plugged these two up, is the first time that I've touched them in years. And I mean years. Like, this is mind blowing. My Lumix FZ300. The last time I used that was probably a couple weeks ago when I bought the new teleprompter out there. So my camera sliders, I just recently used one of those in the 30-day challenge. So again, this light right here, I just recently started using that again. This one over, this softbox right here that's behind the camera, and behind my phone. The only reason why I use that because the lighting in this room sucks. So again, look, before I start rambling, just be strategic in how you purchase your gear and use it to the fullest. And shout out again to Christian Triumph _CV for that video and challenging me to use my G95. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.